We're back. After a little bit of time, I had some technical difficulties. Sorry, everybody. But after a week or two, I was able to get it figured out. There was hesitation for me to come back, really, because work has just been, honestly, just hell lately. I have not been enjoying work. I don't know what it is. Partially, I think it's the cold weather. It was like -1 degree this morning when I woke up. I think that's definitely doing something to me whenever I have to. I have to go outside a lot for my job, and whenever I have to go outside, it's like the worst thing ever. Anyway, I don't really have a topic for this video. Just kind of a couple general skeleton ideas that are kind of related. So this is going to be kind of more of I'm going to try something new, just kind of a stream of consciousness, kind of just a whatever. Let's see what results in it, because I honestly do think that I find that a lot of my best ideas are found when in the heat of a conversation. I just find myself pulling shit out of my ass that I go, wow, that sounds actually really good, or that really was profound, or that was a good solution to the problem that I maybe originally posed. Maybe there's something like an original critique, right, that somebody has or I have, and we kind of we talk through it and we kind of get to a solution. I feel like I have a pretty good grasp on doing that I don't really get from doing these kind of boxed in videos where I just have a topic and I talk about that topic, because a lot of times I feel like it limits me because I have to try and draw and pull things into the one topic. So today I'm going to talk about a video I watched recently, and it was of this girl. I don't know if anybody saw this. This girl, she's apparently trying to break some sort of world record with how many men she's slept with in 12 hours. It's kind of old news, but I recently saw like a reaction video to it, and she slept with 1,000 guys. 1,000 guys in 12 hours, which I don't even know how that's statistically possible, but apparently she did it. I mean, I guess she could be lying, but regardless, the fact of the matter is, the fact that she's trying this at all is a bit ridiculous. And when she had, hit my light. She had interviews on this. She did interviews, and they asked her about why she was doing this. And one of the reasons why she was doing it, her reasoning was, why not? And I tend to think that's not a very good idea. That's not a very good reason. That's not a good justification for why you were doing this. Now, I think most people, when they look at this girl, they can easily say, this is disgusting. Even the sluttiest slags on earth, right, can look at this girl and say, this is a lot. 1,000 guys in 12 hours, that's a little much, right? You take the cake, you know? So just on an instinctual, just first glance, most people look at it and they go, wow, that's gross. But it's also just concerning that this woman clearly has no foundation for why she does anything. And one of my biggest fears in life is that I find myself inadvertently in kind of in this subconscious, or not in an overt way, not in a way that I'm actually consciously making decisions, but in a way I find myself falling into kind of a degenerate lifestyle. And nobody actually, there's not this kind of grand decision. You're not turning a key and then you're this piece of shit, right? There's it's boiling the frog slowly, right? There's inches to this thing that you take, or I should say it takes from you, right? It takes from you, keeps taking until it withers away at your will, until you are faced with a choice, and that choice does become life-changing. Now, it's not that choice in and of itself is the thing that changed your life. It's that your life has changed, right? The ball has been rolling to get you to the point to where you change your life forever with one choice. And like with this girl, it's like, how did you get to the point you did to where you find the need to sleep with 1,000 guys? That's a life-changing choice. But how did you get there? What was behind the scenes that was going on? Is it money? Is it fame? I mean, probably these things probably played a big role in her life. But why do you feel the need to sell your soul for these things? Why is that the arbiter of what is good? Apparently, what is the litmus? There is no what is she comparing her choices to? how much money I can make? What does that mean? That means nothing. I learned that money means fucking dick when I was 19. When Chester Bennington killed himself. I know it's crazy to say, that was, people were like, Chester Bennington of all people. I liked Linkin Park a lot when I was younger. And I remember when I got older, he killed himself. And there was always all these pictures. There was a picture that always floats around on social media. You see, Chester Bennington 6 months before his death or whatever. Or even sooner. It might have been like a month before his death. And he looked happy. And he killed himself, right? And he was a multi-millionaire, right? One of the most successful bands of all time. And that's when I learned when I was like 19, I thought money isn't the root of happiness. Money is not at the source of happiness, right? At all. The love of money is the root of evil, right? That's what they say. But money itself does nothing for you. So I don't understand how people go through life just kind of bobbing around and what actually is guiding them or propelling them forward. And I'm not physically forward. I mean, obviously, your legs in your car propel you forward, right? You idiot. But I'm saying, what is the thing that's making you're living a life that is going in one direction, right? Going into the future. What are the choices you're making that are dictating your future? Is it money, right? Is it the culture? And that's a vague term, but is it the people you see on social media? I guess I should say, maybe that's better clarification. And if you're going with that direction, if you're going with what you see, because we are told things all the time. We are being sold things. We're being sold ideas constantly, right? That's what the internet is people selling products and ideas, which are then turned into products, right? And if you're going with that, if you're going with just what I see and what I interact with online, I mean, then where the hell are you going to end up? I mean, that's insane. You're getting ripped apart in a billion different directions. The only real litmus test to what the choices you're making are, how does it make me feel emotionally? Does it make me feel good? Does it make me feel bad? And the thing is, I feel like what you find out is that, and this is what is so scary and pernicious to me, is that you find out that these things wear down on you, on your emotions. They open you up to more, they make you more suggestive, right? They make you more willing to do the next thing. Just like drugs, right? Gateway drugs is what they talk about, right? It's like weed's a gateway drug. I feel like I think it absolutely is, because most people I know who have done weed have done harder things. Me being one of them, right? I think that similarly with your emotions, right? If you're basing your life, your foundation of your life on the choices you make, if you're basing that on your pure emotions and how I feel, well, if you cross the line on making a choice that maybe you otherwise wouldn't have in the past, that kind of and you find out that, maybe that wasn't so bad. Then, and many things are like this, right? Where you do it and it's not so bad. So you try the next thing. You go on the next level. Yeah, that wasn't so bad either. You go on the next level. Yeah, it wasn't so bad either, right? And it kind of wears down on your emotions to where you get to this point and you kind of follow this trajectory, this ladder of things not being so bad to where, I did turn that key and that choice was really bad and I did alter my life forever. And that's, like I said, one of the things that really scares me about life is that you can be in that situation and not even know it. And I find myself always having to try and take a third person's perspective on my life and what I'm doing and who I'm interacting with and think, is this going to lead to some bullshit? Is this going to lead to something terrible down the line? And I've been accused by people, I shouldn't say accused, but people have claimed that I'm a little too self-aware at times. Jacob, you're too self-aware. Sometimes you could be too self-aware. And that's true, you can be too self-aware. I mean, to the point of like fear, right? That's like anxiety, right? I think that can be an issue, or overthinking or whatever. But I think people need to have a third person's perspective, a bird's eye view of their life and the choices they're making. And that's not just this one time. It's not just this moment, right? This is something that is wearing down at your will, and it's making you more suggestive to the next thing. And like I said, if you're just going with who you interact with online or who you see online, well, you're going to be in a world of hurt because so many people are trying to, they're not out for your best interest. Most people online are not out for your best interest. They're trying to sell you something. They're trying to make you a follower, literally, right? And you're going to find yourself giving away yourself to many different people who are pulling you in all different directions until you are really just a husk of your former self. And I think in like the past, right, in recent times, you would in some sense fall into things around you because nobody under the sun is doing anything really original. Everybody's influenced by people, always. You're influenced by people and ideas and all kinds of things. You're a slave to something, right? And in recent times, right, in years past, you used to kind of fall into the things of people around you. And this can be good and bad, right? I mean, depending on who the people around you are, right? But generally, I think people around you do look out for your best interest. I think generally. If for anything other than they don't want to have to deal with the consequences of, calling the ambulance, right? Right? Like even that. But even that is a barrier, right? That why they don't want you to be in any mortal danger. So, but now, like I'm saying now, it's the internet. And there's really nobody around you. For some people, there's nobody around them ever. And it is just the internet just pulling people in different directions. But even the people around you, you have to be cautious of. I'm not saying that. But I think that you really have to think about these choices and these inches you're giving away. Because you can end up in a situation to where it is just this disastrous choice you made that basically takes your trajectory of your life in a completely new way, in a new direction, one that you never foresaw. And you thought, I was just having fun, or I was just doing the things that felt good. Well, now it doesn't feel so good. Now I'm sitting in a cell. Now I've got, I don't know, with this girl, STDs, I don't even know. Now my picture is plastered on the internet everywhere. And everybody knows me. But not for anything good, right? Not for anything that is actually worthwhile or respectable. It's now everybody knows me for sleeping with 1,000 guys in 12 hours. And it's a scary thing. And you need to be cautious of that. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure to give me a like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me out a ton, and make sure to look forward to new videos in the future.